Wine. It's simply crushed and fermented grapes. The variations in the stories are what make it so fascinating.
As an AVA, I started just learning that it's such a diverse AVA. There's so many microclimates and terroir. I just felt like it was a good choice.
The climate, the soil, the amount of sun. There are so many varieties of grapes, and then different clones and different rootstocks. And perhaps even more important than any of this is the story of the winery, the winemaker, and the people who love these wines, their philosophies, and the different ways that they bring their reverence to the grape.
I met my wife in college, and her dad had this very successful large farm here. I thought I would be a banker or...
Our goal at Crush Grape Chronicles is to explore and chronicle the grape, its many stories, and its journey from dirt to glass.
Tell me a little bit about your label.
Goedhart. So Goedhart was sort of our dream down in California,
right,
when we realized this is not going to work down here. So when we moved up in December of 2005. We got married that year. We started a winery that year.
His year.
Yeah. And we were living up the hill in the ranch house on one of their properties, and started the winery in the basement. And he had a full-time job at a winery, and I was working full-time here, so we would crush fruit at like 1 a.m, and just like labor of love. But we really wanted to prove to the world that Syrah is good. Syrah doesn't have to be a jammy fruit bomb. It doesn't have to be too lean and too acidic like the super old world stuff. It can be this nice varietal that's interesting to drink, that's has a little bit of restraint and elegance, but also has this beautiful fruit to it. So that was our crusade. So we ran that for 6 years, up there out of the basement, had a tasting room. I did wood-fired breads and wood-fired paninis on the weekends, and we started having kids, and I was like, okay, I have a full-time job. I'm running a tasting room on the weekends. I'm a mom. I was doing everything, bookkeeping, all that stuff. And I just like, and then so this is funny. We hired a babysitter one day. So we're opening the tasting room, and she shows up like either drunk or high, or I don't know what she was. I'm like, it's 8 a.m.
Right.
Like, I've been there, but not when I'm babysitting kids. And I'm like, I gotta go open, And so we were down there, and it was an event weekend, and all these people are driving and parking and drinking, and I see my 2-year-old like walking down the street, and I'm like, oh my God. And I get up, and she's completely passed out. And I look at my husband, and I'm like, well, A, you're gonna have to go up there because I'm gonna say something that I will get sued for, and B, we need to just stop and raise kids, and we can start a winery in 20 years.
There you go.
We only get kids once.
Yeah.
So that was like we sold the brand to Hedges. We moved into town, off the vineyard, close to schools. It became a normal, household. And it was the best decision ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, now I can be a mom, enjoy my kids. And, it's still hectic with 2 full-time parents.
Right.
And just enjoy life a little bit more.
Yeah.
So
I suppose that's also when you're going at that breakneck speed, getting all of these different things done, and then you get a huge portion of it taken away, then suddenly, even though you're probably way busier than most people, it feels like a little bit of a vacation.
That way. Yeah. It was like, wow, I don't have to like make 200 paninis at 6 a.m. to like fire up for the day. And, people miss it. We still get asked, like, God, we loved hanging out on your patio and having paninis and rosé, and I was like, it'll happen again. Yeah. Just not now.
Once kids are in college or something.
And I still get to make the wine here in the same style that we made it.